we have seen as to what accounting is. So it is nothing but a process which we are going to make use of for summarizing all the different transactions, then analyzing these transactions, and then finding out effect of these transactions on business. Okay. So if you see, when we say accounting, it is nothing but just a summary of whatever has happened in the past. Okay. Just like your report card, what a report card is going to show how you have performed in the 12th, right? So you can see when we are referring to the accounting, we are specifically talking about whatever has happened in the past, uska summary, okay? Financial transactions which has taken place over a period of time. When we say over a period of time, we are talking specifically about the financial year. So what we do, we record all the different transactions from 1st April to the 31st March, which is the financial year, what we say. So during this particular financial year, whatever has happened, that we record, we maintain record of all that stuff, and then we put a summary form. Okay, so that is what is accounting. So we have seen accounting is nothing but keeping record of the transactions. Okay, so keeping record of business transactions. So bookkeeping and accounting, how it is different, we are going to see in detail with the difference. Bookkeeping is recording the transactions in subsidiary book. So just like suppose if you are working in a small shop, okay, that person has just asked you to record all the different transactions that are happening on daily basis. You don't know any accounting stuff, okay. So you are there and that person has maintained a record, okay. So you can easily write that record. Suppose you have sold something to someone, you can easily write that record key to this person, I have sold this and this in this quantity and this much amount. So there you don't require any accounting knowledge. That is just a record. So that is what is bookkeeping. Just mentioning or recording the things in the different books that you have. Daily basis पे जो day book use होते हैं उसमें आप record करते हो. That is bookkeeping. When we talk about accounting, accounting requires proper knowledge of debit and credit rules and then applying them actually when um, you are going to record in the account form. So specifically when we talk about primary book and other things, this is a part of accounting because ledger is in the form of account. Okay. So if you see, all the different transactions will be recorded in the subsidiary books, and since they are just the records, okay, we are further going to transfer them to the ledger account, which is called as a primary book. Okay. So secondary and subsidiary books may, which books we have seen original entry, because first time the record is created in this different books. So that is the reason why they are called as a books of original entry, where the first time entry of a transaction is done. We have seen purchase book, sales book, purchase return, sales return, which is also called as a return inward or outward depending on the direction. When we are returning to supplier, we are returning outside, to return outward. When sales return means customers are returning to you, so goods are coming inward, so return inward. That's how we can relate and can remember. Okay, sometimes instead of sales or purchase return, these words are used. Okay, so bills, payable and receivable book. Now when bills are created, okay, so this is very similar to your sales and purchase book. Just here you will find the reference of bill. Okay, so bill of exchange is used normally for settling the transaction. वो bill में जो भी time mention होगा, at that point of a time you are going to receive and you are going to pay that amount. Okay, that is the reason why it is called as a bills receivable or bills payable book. So cash book, bank book, journal, these are the books which are used. Out of all of them, only these two are in the form of account. Rest other things are just the records. Okay. And that's the reason why cash book will directly, जो भी entries होंगे, that will go to the ledger account. Sorry, that will directly go to the trial balance. Now purchase book, okay, only the goods which are purchased on credit basis will be recorded, okay, in the purchase book. So where you are going to record then, if you are buying on cash basis, then you're going to record it in the cash book. If you are purchasing on cash basis, cash purchases will be recorded in cash book. Then if you are purchasing goods, that too on credit basis, then only you're going to make use of a purchases book. Now, if you buy anything else than the goods, we are talking about the assets here, then that will be recorded in the journal. Credit purchases of asset in journal and credit purchases, sorry, cash purchases of assets in the cash book. We are going to see what is the difference in assets and goods, then you will realize what I'm talking about. Now this is something like a record. So what we have done on daily basis, we are maintaining the record. We have mentioned the invoice number also. So एक supplier है Mehta Brothers. What you have purchased from him? So details you can find it here. Formal shirt and casual shirts. So how much quantity you have purchased and rate per unit. So this into this into this. Total amount is shown here. So you can see you have bought shirts amounting to rupees 32,000 from Mehta Brothers, but you haven't paid that amount yet. That's the reason why we are recording the Mehta's name, because after a certain point of time, after 1 or 2 months, you are going to pay this 32,000 to him. Now just try and understand, he has given you goods of 32,000. तो ये आपको shirts उसने दे दिए, but you haven't made payment. That's the reason why we are recording his name, so that we can pay later. Same thing, you have purchased from Ganesh Traders some trousers amounting to 4,000 rupees. Now same thing, you are going to make payment of this 4,000 later. That's the reason why we are showing it here. Now this we will talk when we'll understand the rules. Okay, ये क्या होता है, purchase का effect debit होता है, right? So this will go to the purchases book. Okay, we'll see it later. The account ka form I'm not starting. Sales book, you can see just instead of suppliers, here you will find name of the customers to whom you have sold. Now Sandeep Brothers and the Manik and Sons, these are the people to whom you have sold some material which you have purchased from here. So ये आपने sell किया इतने quantity में. So this is the money now which is receivable from Sandeep, and this is the money which is receivable from Manik and Sons. So you can see 70,000 का आपने sell किया है, 36,000 का you have made purchases, right? So these are credit sales and credit purchases, right? So suppose out of all this, I'm going to share this note in the class, don't worry. So a purchase book, purchase return book, which is also called as a return outward book. Okay. So what we do, we create a debit note. Why we create a debit note? Because whenever you are purchasing from the supplier, okay, you haven't paid that person yet. You can see Mehta se apne formal shirt, casual shirts that you have bought, but you haven't made payment yet, and that's the reason why what we are going to do, we are going to create a debit note. Okay, because in earlier case, when you have bought goods from that person, you have given credit effect to that person's account because he was giver, he has given you goods. So giver ka account credit balance we show. Now see, when you are returning it to him, he'll become receiver. The exactly opposite effect you have to give. So since you have earlier given credit effect to his account, now we are giving debit effect by creating a debit note. Okay. So I have also mentioned what is debit note. Debit note is used for debiting the account which is already credited. Now the giver's account, the supplier's account is credited, and now you are trying to debit it since you are not going to pay for the goods returned. That's the reason why we are making use of a debit note. Now there you may find this ledger folio in each this. Here also you can find ledger folio column. Ledger folio is nothing but the page number of the folio, okay, or a page number of the ledger, okay. Folio means the page number. When we talk about now suppose this Mehta Brothers, okay. Now when you are going to post these entries to the ledger, the Mehta Brothers ka account may be on one of the page numbers. So suppose this is on the page number 16, okay. So on page number 16, I can find the other details. So ये particular specific account I have created on page number 16. So whenever there is any transaction relating to this account, I can find out the details on the page number 16 while checking out the ledger account. Okay. So that is the reason why this ledger folio number, page number is given, so that you can easily find out the records relating to that specific account which is mentioned. Okay. So in case of purchases, we prepare, yeah, if anything you want to ask. In case of purchases, we create purchase return, we create debit note. Now, same way, when someone, customers, return the goods to you, previously you have debited that customer's account because he was the receiver. Now, when that person is returning the goods, he becomes the giver. पहले वो receiver था, now he is a giver, and that's the reason why we have to credit his account. So we are creating a credit note. Sales return से credit note is associated, and purchase return से there is a debit note which is associated, right? So credit note is nothing but it is the note which is used for crediting the account which you have debited earlier. So this is how the thing is. So suppose you have sold something to that Sandeep Brothers. Now out of that he has returned this much goods or this much shirts, which may not be as per specifications. So at the rate जो आपने use करके buy किया था, at that rate this is the value of the money which you are not going to receive, 3,300, because he has returned shirts amounting to 3,300. Okay. Now next is cash book. Cash book is very easy to understand. So cash book is used for recording all types of cash transactions. That may be cash purchase, cash sales, cash purchase of machinery, cash purchase of goods, or any other things. Okay. Then cash payments. So that may be salary paid, wages paid, any other thing, rent paid, interest paid. All the cash payments will be recorded in the cash book. So cash book has two sides. One is receipt side where you receive the cash, तो उसका entry होगा. Okay. Whenever you are going to make payment, तो एक payment side होगा. To that side we are going to only record payments. One side is receipt side, other side is payment side. So you either receive the cash or you pay the cash. Okay. Accordingly the format is there. Now this is the simple format. We are going to see combined format and other details, this and this together combined. So we'll see it when we'll start with cash book. For time being, just understand there is a cash book which is in the form of account. You can see this is debit side, this is credit side. So account is in T format. This is T format. Okay. Here this is the line. This is T format. This is debit side, left hand side, and right hand side is credit side. This is how it is recorded. All the receipts of money is recorded to this side. All the payments will be recorded to this side. Okay. That is how the cash book is used. And at the end, we balance this. Okay. And whatever comes the closing balance, it goes directly to the trial balance. Okay. I have mentioned all the details here jitne required hai. So credit side is payment side, debit side is receipt side. Then at the end of the time, cash is balanced, and that is going to go to the trial balance directly. We don't create ledger account for cash book, okay, because it is already in the form of account. Now, bank book, if you see, bank book is used for recording check transactions. That may be check received, check issued, check deposited, check credited in your bank account. So all the transactions. But what happens now if you see this format and this format? Okay, debit side, credit side. Okay, receipt side. This is also receipt side. Receipt means receipt of check. This is payment side, payment of cash, payment of check. This is very similar, this and this one. So instead of maintaining separate record, this can be clubbed with the cash book. We are going to see just like ये एक amount का column है, this is the cash amount. This one column we are going to add it here, and we are going to call that as a bank column, cash column and bank column. So bank and cash receipt recorded to this side, and bank and cash payments recorded to this side. We are going to just add one more column to this side and this side, debit side also, credit side also. We'll see when we'll start with the sums. For time being, understand, bank book only you makes records only the cash transactions, sorry, check transactions. Cash transactions are recorded in the cash book. Okay. Now, journal, as we have discussed yesterday, when you are maintaining all the different subsidiary books, okay, so journal is used for recording only the remaining transactions which you cannot enter in any other book, okay. So these transactions are specifically entered in journal. Sometimes if the organization is very small, you can only maintain journal. That is also fine. So you can see here, for a small business concern, journal proper is the only book of original entry, right? So sometimes even if you maintain only journal, that is fine, because in journal you can write all types of transactions, right? With debit and credit effect, but it will not be in the form of account. You can see here, this is the format. This is debit amount, this is credit amount, but it is not in the T format, right? Right hand side is credit side, left hand side is debit side. ये आपका T format में है. This is in T format. This is not in the T format. Here only effect we are recording, debit and credit effect. So कितने का डेबिट हुआ, कितने का क्रेडिट हुआ. Now suppose when you are buying the goods, okay, on cash basis, then this is the transaction. Purchases expense है, debit to cash, cash goes out, credit effect. We'll see the effect later. Just try and understand the transaction. Now, other books and journal में क्या फर्क है? Since we say that in journal we can maintain all the different types of transactions, and that's the major reason why we need to specify what that transaction is. And that's the reason why you can see here, after the transaction we are writing the narration. Why narration is nothing but the brief description of transaction, what the transaction is exactly, that you have purchased the goods on cash basis from support Amit traders. Now why we are writing this? Because we have seen in journal there are lot many number of transactions, all the remaining transactions will be entered. Then it may happen afterwards. अभी यहाँ पे भी है purchases account debit to cash, यहाँ पे भी है suppose purchase account debit to cash. Now you may not understand ये purchases आपने कहाँ से किए, ये purchases आपने कहाँ से किए. For that reason, if there is a narration, purchased goods from Amit traders and this one is purchased goods from Ganesh traders, then you can easily understand this is the value of the amount जो आपने एक पर्सन से परचेस किया, and this is the value of the amount which you have bought from some other person. That's the reason why only in journal we are writing narration, right?